It hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is...
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Davison. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Complete to Washington. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Now back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ben Gideon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Davison. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Davison. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go draw play. This is Samuels. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Davison. That's caught by the 6'8 tight end, Zach Gentry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Davison. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for it. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays, he took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On second down now, Samuels, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run the counter. Samuels. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. He's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And after working on it all week, they're able to punch it in from the goal line.
Nothing like good preparation and even better execution.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from game. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about...
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter. He's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
90 volts. 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 1st down, Davison. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we'll head down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah,
rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Samuels. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davison. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Davison. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
The wide receiver of the ball carrier, Jordan Berry to punt for the Steelers.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Let's go.
And out now come the Vikings. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking to throw. Davison, and his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw on 3rd down, Davison. And that will be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
2nd and 6. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Diggs has it. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are able to get a score back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On first down, it's Samuels. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Here's Samuels again, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Davison. But it's brought in by Washington. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run with Snell. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On third down, here's Samuels. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey.